Welcome to Meanwhile in Andorra,
where two guys talk about
football
nonsense
and everything else in between. With your hosts, Travis and Ricky.
Everyone, thanks for joining us as we enter another episode of Meanwhile in Andorra. We get closer and closer to the World Cup. You can see we're getting closer as well because both Travis and I are up in our shirt game as we're getting closer. It's not picking teams by any means. We're just literally picking our favourite shirts. We've got a few.
Ricky shamed me the other day when do you remember there was an episode, not the last one, but the last one you were on, where you said you feel like you're betraying England where you wear a different country's shirt.
Yes.
And I was like, and it gave me a real existential
I'm sorry.
introspective. I was like, shit, have I been should I be doing this? Because I wouldn't do it at West Ham, but I have all another I've got loads of foreign teams kits. And I was like, oh no, maybe that's why they've not won the World Cup.
Do you know what? This is why I don't do it for clubs, because I'm like, am I putting the mockers on them and stuff like that?
It's a little bit different with clubs, I suppose. After today, though, I'd probably wear anyone's shirt after watching West Ham get pumped by Newcastle today. But
you're a while from being in Europe and worried about clashing with any of those.
I'm trying to forget about, exactly. Yeah, we're not going to be wearing any of our rival shirts. It's going to be hard to get them next year. Oh mate, it's a weird one. Like you say, I've never, until you said that, I genuinely never thought about it. I was just saying to Ricky as well off there, I've had so many international kits. I've got a Euro 92 France top that I think my brother gave me years ago. I'm not joking, it's wicked. Advert with the little things like Liverpool used to have on there. I've got that. I can see Basil Bolly in it when he headbutts Stuart Pearce. And then I've got I had, and this is why I say I had, an Italy Euro 96 top that I lost. I was saying to Ricky, I was playing football.
Little rectangle badge with a circle. Was that one of those ones?
No, that might be. I think you're thinking that was. Or I might have had it. I can't remember now. Now that I've bloody lost it, I don't know now. It was a Nike one. It's Nike, and it's got Italia written across the back. And I basically, like I was saying, I lost it on a night. I was playing football down a local power league, and my car wouldn't unlock itself, and I left my boot bag on the roof of the car while I was trying to unlock it in the dark. Managed to get it to unlock after about 20 minutes of messing around with it, and then left the boot bag on top of the car with an Italy top from Euro 96 and an Argentina France 98 kit. Argentina France 98, Ortega. And what's his name getting into it? Van der Sar. Is it Van der Sar? Yeah, getting into a little clash in that quarterfinal. Yeah, I've got all of that kit. And Ricky was saying you've just got on a France 98 kit from the opponents in that quarterfinal clash.
I got the Netherlands kit. Yeah, because it was funny. Yeah, you say it sort of gave you an existential crisis. It gave me a bit of freedom after our chat about it. Because I was like, I've always loved all these shirts. I was like, yeah, maybe I can go and get them. And I'm an adult now with adult money.
Mate, that's it, isn't it? Disposable income.
Yeah,
now spent on rubbish.
Yeah, it was really funny because it was like even I got to the point where I've ordered too many, and I knew there was one more still to arrive, and my wife's obviously on mat leave, so she's here for all the deliveries, and one came in, and I was like, right, I've got one, she's not here. I'll just hang it up in the wardrobe. It's fine. I've had it for years. And she walked in, and then there was the smallest bit of paper on the table, and it just said Burkamp on it.
Oh.
Where'd the Burkamp come from? It was like, yeah, I got another top. So we've got the Dutch Burkamp one that came, and I got the England 98 one because that was one. But I like that. I had it for years and years and years. And I lost it moving houses between a few places. I've got all my other England ones. Yeah, you lose them, don't you? I had Italy 06. They won the World Cup in it, and this weird paper kit, like a really weird Puma, that was supposed to be like you don't sweat in it or something silly like that. You're definitely sweating it. If you're me, you do. And I had that, and I've lost it, so don't know where it is. I've got a Brazil top from 02, which it's not a kit, but it's made by Nike, and it's a Ronaldo top.
It's like in the style of a kit, but it's a t-shirt, and I wear it to run, and now it's falling apart, and I absolutely regret wearing it to run now because I've wore it to run for like about 6 years now, and I'm like, I should absolutely ruin that top. And obviously I've got my 2 that I bought recently. I've got a load of England. So I had an England top from like the early 90s. Don't know what happened to that. I've got an England 06, the away kit in 06.
The red one.
It's Peter Crouch scoring 50 goals against Jamaica at
The silver cross on it, the shoulder or something. Yeah.
You're thinking before, it's not got, has it got a cross? It might have a cross. Yeah. But I think there's a little
silver
thing
stitching
or
something, yeah.
Yeah, like on the yeah, that's right. That, the away kit, the red one.
Mm.
And then I've got an England away, this is a really random one, but I really like it, but it's too small for me now. I've got it in a medium, which just goes to show how much my weight has increased as I've gotten older, because it never fits me now. I've got an England Euro 2012 away. Or you think Andy Carroll and Danny Welbeck scoring against Sweden in Euro 2012, and it's that. You don't remember it, do you?
Is it the dark blue with the light blue collars?
With a light, yes, you do remember it. You do remember it.
Yeah, I remember that one.
I wore it. I wore it one time. We went out during the World Cup and I wore it. I couldn't wear it now. Now it's a medium, so like I'd have to suck my tummy in and be like, right, I'm just gonna not move for 2 hours. I can't wear it now. It's unflattering. It's understatement.
I had this experience with a football kit recently, and a couple of weeks ago, like I thought, I play still on a Tuesday evening when I can, and last time I played, I went along and I was like, do you know what? I'll start wearing these retro kits that I've got, and I've got some club ones, and I've never wore my Juventus top to play in, with Del Piero on it, and I thought it was there. I'll grab it and put it on.
What's the sponsor?
And
is it Danon or something? What's the sponsor? Do you know?
It is Danon.
It's not Danon.
Or is it Danon?
Is it Danon?
No.
Or the one
it's
with
19...
Oh God.
It's 98.
No. Yeah, that's like, it might be Danon, or like Plus, the TV one. There's like
It's the TV one.
Plus,
It's the TV one.
Is it that one?
Yeah,
is what makes me think of. I've got a
and,
fast web Juve top from like, in my head I'm thinking Mauro Camoranesi. It's just literally, it's Calciopoli Juve when they get relegated. I've got one from them.
It was great, and I loved it. It was D with a plus. Yeah, I loved playing with it. And I was like, but it was the worst thing to wear when you're going with a load of dads and you hadn't played in a while, and it's like, oh, this kid's turned up with, like, say, kid. Like, I'm definitely not one of the youngest there. This guy's turned up in a Del Piero shirt, and I literally couldn't hit a barn door. I think I hit every post going, and I hit the keeper about 10 times. It just wouldn't go in that night. In the first game in about 4 weeks where I hadn't scored. So
at least it fit you. At least it fit you.
Yeah, was it.
I'd rip that England top if I tried to run in it.
Brilliant.
Too much, yeah. Too much.
So, much to everyone's surprise, we're not covering football kits today.
We're not.
But maybe
no,
we should.
do.
We'll have to. We'll go away and rate some of our favourite kits from this year's tournament. There's some really nice ones this year. There's actually a whole section you could do on the best kits not being involved as well. Because Italy is one of the nicer kits.
Italy, yeah,
Italy.
Is it Adidas, isn't it? Is it Adidas?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, Adidas.
Really nice Adidas kit.
Good.
And they went to town on it, and it's really nice. But yeah, and they're not the only ones who didn't make it. But yeah, we're going to focus on adverts, World Cup adverts, because there's quite a lot out there, and we all associated adverts with the World Cup from memories past, and I think that helps us define who was playing in those World Cups as well.
Yes,
in terms of who to expect, because that's what I always like looking at them for.
It's like a trip down memory lane, isn't it? Like, you kind of look at it, you remember what you were doing as a kid when you watched them, and like it just goes to show like how football has changed as well. Like, you know, like you can remember the first time you see a World Cup advert and you're like, oh my God, they've done this. And I'm not going to give any spoilers away from what I'm alluding to in my first World Cup advert that I can remember. And nowadays you're kind of like, oh yeah, when is the next advert dropping? And there was a really good one, and I don't know whether we'll talk about this today, but it's a really good one for the last African nations as well, with Okocha. Have you seen that one? The one where he's like, we're going to teach the people how we play football in Africa, or something like that, and it's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. No, there's some amazing ones out there, and I
Yeah.
love hearing that. And it's one of those things as well where all people come up with different ones as well when you talk to. There's obviously iconic ones and iconic World Cup ones, but there is also so many. Like even then, we were talking about adverts on the way, and we've already mentioned a couple where each of us weren't familiar with. So I look forward to doing some of those. So
yeah, and I just want to say, I had planned to get a friend on to do this. So a friend of mine who shall remain nameless completely aired me, and he knows who he is. If he ever watches, he probably isn't going to watch. He is a friend of mine, and he actually works for Nike and does adverts for Nike. And we've chatted about a Nike adverts that he's done. He was responsible for one of the adverts we're going to talk about today. And I reached out to him probably about 2 months ago, and he lives in America now because he does adverts for Nike. He didn't get back to me, and I'm like, just I'm comfortable enough in our friendship that I can out him. I'm not going to say his name, but I can out him on here and say, like, you completely aired me, mate. He's going to watch this and be like, we're not going to reply to you now, mate. But so I was going to get him on, but haven't.
We're from an era where I think something like that happened on Soccer AM. We would be like, was it the Prawn Sandwich Brigade? It would just be shamed for that episode.
Yeah.
But no, it's
Joaquin wouldn't have it.
It's his job to talk about adverts.
Yeah, white nonsense.
So, so how do you?
I was gonna. Sorry, I know. I'm absolutely ripping us off course already. This is why Carlos and I recorded like an hour and a half when we were left to our own devices. Ricky reins me in, guys.
We should thank Carlos as well for stepping in as well because it's done a great job.
Paternity cover. Yeah. So I was going to say we talked about it. Maybe we'll have a little look at each advert and sort of come up with the advert that we want to talk about. Have a little look at it and then sort of like talk about our reaction to it and sort of like what it reminds us of and stuff. Maybe probably the best way for us to do it.
So which one should we go with first? Do you want to go with your earliest one?
Yeah, go on then.
Should I try and do it? Or because.
So I'll go early, right? My earliest advert, I'm not going to do this one. I'm just going to it needs an honourable mention to, do you remember the Nike advert where Cantona kills the devil? Ian Wright's there. And
the Colosseum.
He kicks the ball through. Everyone knows it. And he kicks the ball through the devil and he goes, au revoir. Good advert.
Collars up.
Really good advert. Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
That's right. And I think Maldini and that are playing as well. That is around that's about 1994, I reckon. But I don't know whether it is a World Cup advert, but it's around about that time. But that's not my first one. My first one is the classic Nike advert. In the airport, although the Brazil team,
98. Yep.
Great advert.
Yeah, that was my earliest advert.
Yeah, were you thinking that too?
Yeah, that was, I think, the first time I'd sort of seen it in sort of the global sense when you're just starting to get to that age where you're realising how big football is internationally and everything.
Yeah, there's people outside of England.
Yeah, and it's like these iconic players that you only see on Channel 4 on a Sunday, suddenly they're on your TV on an advert, and you're going to be it's building up to this World Cup that you're going to see. That was amazing for me, and it's been replicated in so many ways as well.
Yeah. Interestingly, Romario is in the advert, but he doesn't go to the World Cup because they'd anticipated that Romario would be picked, and I know there's a big thing about it, and Romario doesn't go. I can't remember the reasoning. I'm wondering, is it injury or age? It's either 98 or 02, where they're on the cusp of taking Romario, and it comes down to it, and then they give this press conference where they say, like, no, we're not going to take him. And he breaks down in the press conference and he's like crying and stuff. And I don't know whether it's for that one, but like obviously Nike put all their eggs in the Romario basket and still made a good advert. But he wasn't there. He actually wasn't there.
Well, I think it's at that time, wasn't it, where Ronaldo had the injury as well, had an injury, but it was like they knew he was going to recover in time, whereas Romario they still weren't sure, were they?
That must be 02 because Ronaldo doesn't get injured before 98. 98 is before Ronaldo's injury. It's before his
big injury, yeah.
Yeah, you're talking, because 98 is when he wins the UEFA Cup. to that game against Lazio in the UEFA Cup when he wins it, and he's really good, and obviously he's unstoppable. And then I think 02, he's obviously had an injury, he's come back, he's a bit slower, a bit bigger, everyone's worried about it. And it might be. I can't remember which one. We're going to have to do some research on it. But
Romario had a calf injury in '98.
Oh, well, you're thinking right. So you're Romario calf injury in '98. So was it?
Yeah, Romario had a calf injury.
Potentially going to come back.
Yeah.
Right. Do we want to watch this advert? Do we want to quickly have a little? Go on. Let's have a little. Have you got it?
I've got one up.
You got a link to it? Go on. All right. I've got it. Nike advert for Brazil in the airport. I've got an advert for laser eye surgery as well. Great. All right. Let's have a look. And you got Romario going for the old. That's what I mean. He's on the phone trying to work out other people that I can pick out here. You've got obviously Denilson doing the step overs and running on the escalator. Is that Dunga? Forgot about Cantona on the plane. Oh, I need to. I don't know whether are you
I'm for it. It's I forgot Cantona was in that advert actually.
Yeah, I said the same thing. Cantona on the plane when he looks out the window, and it's brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. And I'm trying to work out who the guy. You know the guy that there's a guy on the carousel, and he looks a bit like, oh god, it ain't Dunga. And I'm like, it's not Lucio. Who is the guy that's like a white guy? And he heads it and he drops down on his front on the carousel. And I've got to work out who they are now. I'm not going to have to go, and I'm not going to do it now, but we've got to go Google all of the people that were in that advert. Fantastic advert. I just loved it. And as you say, that's like an introduction to this is, the first thing you ever saw of that type. There was never like an advert. There's had all the different stuff. Oh, there was obviously the one in the Colosseum, but like a one that just looked at 18.
Well, it's the one that's been replicated most in other forums and formats. Like I think the Simpsons do something similar where they had Bart going through an airport. Or was it him? Or was it there was a few cartoons I think where they've tried to replicate it, and it's basically people playing football in the airport and going through it, where it's just become that iconic. I think in that sense, I think there's been other things where they've tried to repeat it as well.
Yeah,
I can't see any cameos. That is a great advert. I do like that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find out who that Brazilian guy is. Next episode, we'll come back. We'll talk about who the Brazilian guy. There's a couple in there. I don't think it's Lucio, but there's someone that heads the ball and then he drops down. And I want to say he's like a centre mid. I can't bloody for the life of me. It's not Juninho. It's not Juninho, Paulista or Pernambucano. I don't know. I'm just saying names now. I'm saying random Brazilians for the noise. What's your first one that you want to go for?
So that was funny enough going to be my earliest memory one as well, because I just remember that everything being about it and it being everywhere. So I think in terms of my other one, then I will go with Footballitis. In fact, I think it's on that same link that I've sent you. If you scroll down,
Footballitis. I did see that. Right, so Footballitis, and you mentioned this, right? And I kind of remember it, but I don't. So I'm going to sit here. The link I've got, is it a minute long? This advert, right?
Yeah, it's not far. It's not long. Yeah. And it was just, I think it was just about, we'll see.
Wow. Kalina. The ointment thing's a bit weird at the end. I can't lie, but. But that's amazing. It's got like Aymar. Is that Aymar in the middle? The Argentinian guy. That's Pablo Aymar on the thing. It's great. Mate, you know what? There are bits of it that literally it rings a bell for me, and there are other bits of it where I'm like, I don't remember seeing this. It's fucking amazing.
It stuck in my head. I remember because I remember getting the boots.
Right, okay, the Predators,
and the Predator boots, and just from that, and just even seeing it back, seeing how young everyone is. In that advert,
I know.
An advert,
young, but even Zidane looks quite young. Yeah,
and it's amazing. Yeah, I just remember how funny that being at the time with all these players just doing this typically if you like English advert in a sort of sense where everyone's being assessed and everything, and
it's
then
very English. Very English.
Yeah.
Was that Ballack at the beginning as well? Who's the guy in the white shirt? Is that Ballack? That does
just going for it. Yeah. So that's
amazing.
On the spot. Yeah, no, I remember that one. Yeah, and it was just being all about the boots. I just remember that time being all about Predators and that sense. In fact, I got a pair recently when they re-released them because of it. Because it's just amazing. Really my favourite pair of boots. And you had to actually clean them and put dubbing on them, and Do you remember doing that? Like clean your boots, putting
I
dubbing on,
never had
rubbing
Preds.
dubbing on
I
your
never had
boots?
Preds. I wasn't good enough or rich enough to have Preds when I was a kid, or even a young adult. And then now I can buy and wear Predators. I'm A, too old and still not good enough to wear them, and B, my feet are really wide. I don't like Adidas boots. I had one pair ever of Adidas boots, and I find them really narrow. So my go-to boots are Tiempos. I love Tiempos.
Yeah.
I've got about 3 pairs of them. Love them. They're white. You know, Ronaldinho had Tiempos. Yeah,
I used
them
to
ones.
have Tiempos as well. I used to have one pair of. I used to have molds, Tiempo molds, but my main boots were Predators.
Mate, do you not?
Yeah, just used to love them.
Do you not remember the story for the pod? And Ricky knows me very well. But I played goal, right? But remember the night when I played up front in that game? We used to play in like a 7-a-side league against some okay players. We had players that were like either semi-pro or ex-semi-pro playing in that league, right? And
I love the fact you just had to say that game.
Yeah, that game, yeah. And I don't even know how it transpired, but for whatever reason, I was played up front for a game, and that's got 7.
7.
Yeah, I mean, I think the reason why is because we knew we were playing someone shit. It has to be we were playing someone shit. We went, and everyone went, oh, we played Travis up front. It's fine, and I got 7, and 2 of them were like proper, like good, whipped across me, like in the far corner, like top corner, like the sort of thing that you do it, and you think you're great. I don't know. Can't remember, mate. When you get that many, you don't really remember. And I always remember the thing I remember about it, which is why I'm not just using it as an excuse to talk about the fact that I scored 7 goals in the game once, because that would be weird of me. But I remember wearing my Tiempos. I was always wearing my Tiempos, my Ronaldinho Tiempos. I loved them. Molds, like, they were the best boots I ever had. And they were like glove, literally fitting they were like, like when you've worn them for a while and they get all really soft.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, love it. I've never had a pair of boots better than them, but they split after like a few years.
Boots are made differently now as well, and like this. Because I remember talking to our the Sunday team recently, and my last team, they were a bunch of literally like 17 to 20-year-olds. I think I literally was double the age of some of them, and we were talking about football boots and looking after them, and some of them had just got a new pair of Predators, and I was like, and I was saying like that. Literally, I remember my first pair, and I used to turn up every Sunday when I was younger. And the team, I had black and I had white, a pure white pair. And my friends used to be like, "Has he got new boots every week?" Because like my dad would religiously make me clean them, brush them with toothbrushes, dubbing them to look sparkling clean every week. And I'd be like, "Yeah, you had to look after your boots."
White boots in like 2000 and whatever. Like you're like, what's his name? Alfonso from Spain. The guy who used to wear white boots.
I was Bruno from Renford Rejects. Just who wears white boots over wanted flats?
Exactly. You're brave, man. You have to get away from tackles and that. I'm a goalie. I was wearing solid black Tiempos. That's it. I had total 90s. I had some total 90s back then, and I had some Tiempos, and that's it, man. I'm not one of these fancy Dans like Ricky in his white Predators, man. Who do you think you are?
Best bit was my main kit was white as well. It was like a pure white kit.
Jesus, man.
At that age, I remember. Yeah, it was hilarious. But
these adverts were for you, mate. They were like.
That's the thing. When you got a September birthday as well, you got the World Cup. All the boots come out.
Yeah, you got the new season, isn't it? New season. Well, I'm November, so like I get a couple of months in, and maybe the price has gone down a tiny bit. You can get them at Christmas.
Yeah.
Or Black Friday. Black Friday is a week after obviously it didn't exist when we were kids, but it's like the week after my birthday, so like, literally I could do that. Next advert for me, it's from the same year as the Footballitis one, I think, and you probably know what I'm going to say. It's the Cantona 3v3, little less conversation, little more action. The secret tournament.
It's actually made like the hairs go off my arm. Like, that's amazing.
That one is unbelievable, and I was always gutted that is it Ronaldo? Well, we can watch it now because I can't remember. It's Ronaldo and that got beat because the guy jumps on Henry's back, innit? Wait. Let's have a look. This is 4 minutes long, by the way. The one I've got here is 4 minutes long. So, just to be clear, is yours 4 minutes long?
3 minutes.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to. We're definitely watching all of it. Sorry, apologies. We'll cut all this out.
When it starts with the boat.
Amazing. More action, satisfaction and satisfaction. Skull's got knocked out straight away. Saviola. Oh, Ljungberg. Wiltord.
Wiltord.
Mate, is it Rio Ferdinand? I remember this. Crespo. Is that Helguera?
Is that Nedved?
Crespo. Oh, was that Nedved? Oh, Nedved. Sorry, yes, it was Nedved, isn't it? Ronaldo. The man. Amazing. This is my 20s. It's not even my childhood. Oh.
Forget about Nakata. Jeez.
Yes. Is it Totti? Henri jumps on Totti's back. Oh.
The losers go home.
Yeah, that bit as well. And everything about that advert. Everything about it. Everything about it is amazing. When you know what? Even little things like, I'm like, how the hell did Wiltord get to the semis? Come on. I used to hate you. I'm probably really unfair on him. Given he scored the equaliser in Euro 2000 in the final.
Euro 2000.
Yeah, but like Wiltord, I always thought he was a bit wasteful with the ball. He'd always like Arsenal would be losing and he'd shoot from like a mile out and it'd go over all the time. Feels like that was my 20s.
He always needed 10 shots to score one.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he got to the semi-final in the cage, mate.
Mate, he scored the winner at Old Trafford to win the league. He like the one shot he had.
Oh yes. Was that 02? No, 02?
04. No, 02. Because it was a gold kit. 02.
Is that when
and
Carnu
Henri was
jumps
injured? Yeah.
Is that when Carnu jumped over him? I'll never forget that. Carnu jumped over another man standing full on. Like, why is that man not doing the high jump for Nigeria?
He just appears. Yeah. You just see. You don't in the video. You don't even see his head. You just see legs jumping over.
Yeah. That's what I mean. He clears him. Wiltord is standing up, and Carnu jumps over him. And not enough is made of that. Well. That's right.
Players in that tournament. That's amazing,
mate. That tournament was amazing. And like I said, I always feel like, no offense to Rio Ferdinand, I don't want to throw any shade at him, but like I was a bit like, well, I don't know, man. And then, like Skulls gets eliminated quite early, and I'm like, yeah, like Skulls, I'm really sorry, but you're in. Like, I know people rate you like from the noughties, but like you're in good company there.
One team is Figo, Carlos, and Ronaldo in its own. Like,
yeah. And they had enough stars that they didn't even win it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You think the stars would win that tournament, and they were like, nah, actually, we're gonna let Henri win it.
Did you get to play in any of the games? So Nike set them up. Early 2000s, obviously, we had the Millennium Dome, what is now the O2 to young listeners. And we had the year of it being exactly that, didn't it? It was the Millennium Dome. Mm-hmm, yeah. And then there was a sort of 18 months where it was like odd things and different things were held there.
Yeah, before they'd set up all the shops and that in there, it was like just a space, right? Yeah.
So then the build up to the World Cup, Nike released this advert and they set up the cage in the O2. Yeah. No way. So and schools and clubs got invited to come around. So our school got taken, and I just remember it was such an amazing experience. Like, you got to go there and you picked the 3-on-3, and I remember that we were the 3 in our year versus the 3 of the year above in the final, and it was the first to 3, and we were going in there thinking like the 3 skillful lads in the year above us, they were just taller than us, they were really skillful. We were known just being good footballers, not skillful in that sense. Never been one for that. And I remember we had one of the guys he was just walking, doing headers on the pitch. And I remember just going up and just literally just headering it off his head, and it went in. And they were like, yeah, that's a goal. And the guy was like, he didn't.
Cannonball. Cannonball was on a roof.
Teaches you. Yeah. I was so proud. I mean, we lost 3-1, but I didn't care. I was like, I had my moment. I was like, when you do something, you've just pissed off the other team, like, and they just go and smash us. Then and we're like,
brilliant. That's as good as my 7 goals in that game, mate. That is. Can I just say do you know what I didn't play in the cage? You just mentioned a key point there, and this is where our age difference comes in. I was 21 when that was out, mate. You were at school. I was 21, so there was definitely no school for me. I just finished uni, so I'm not sure I could find 3 people that were willing to go to the O2 with me to go play in a cage.
Against a bunch of kids.
Against a bunch of kids, yeah.
Yeah, it was huge.
I'd have gone in goal.
Huge thing.
Gloves and everything.
Yeah, you did see it. I remember you seeing some teams who were they were clearly just like, I'm just going to lay down in front of goals, and you just saw the teachers
it's
just
like
really annoyed on the side, being like, you can't do that.
Amazing.
Oh, what an experience. Yeah, no.
Oh, mate, I didn't realise that. Didn't realise that at all. What's your next one?
So I'm going to go for the one that I said to you because I remember this more for nostalgia, and it was just the amount of players that were in it in terms of it's very England centric.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, send that. Oh, you had talked about it. You've got to send it if you've got a link to it. You're talking about if Carlsberg did Sunday League teams.
Yeah.
And I can always remember Jack Charlton going to the ref. What do you mean, like a shirt pull? Yeah. And it's got like Bobby Robson, Brian Robson's the captain,
Yeah.
Peter Shilton. It's a great one.
I just love it. It's the fact that it starts with them all being woken up in the morning.
There it is.
Peter
Right,
Reid. Is it Peter Reid cycling, or is it Barnes? Is it Peter Beardsley that's cycling?
Let's have a look. Is that Alan Ball smelling some socks? Yep. Yeah. There's Walker. Who's that? Terry Butcher. Oh, love it. Amazing. So, random one. Peter Reid only won 16 caps for England, I found out the other day, which is insane.
Oh.
But you associate him with 86, obviously, because Maradona was on the pitch and he didn't take him out. Who's that? Oh, Schultz with a save. That is absolutely amazing. Love it. There's so many little details in there that you're like, oh, God, I forgot about that. Forgot about Schultz knocking one over the bar and, yeah.
Yeah. That was one of the things I liked about that one. It was just the novelty of it, or you forget we did have good players playing for England. It was just one of those ones. It's nostalgia more than anything, because then I think everyone buys into it for that advert. Always like that one. We could pretend. We probably should address this issue that we released episode 13
a week and a bit afterwards.
Week and a bit. Those eagerly
last time
watching
we spoke,
on YouTube.
Arsenal could have won the Champions League last time we spoke, and West Ham were a Premier League football team.
A lot's happened. I don't even think we top. Was Arsenal top that week? Man City hadn't lost.
You were.
On top, but Man City hadn't played in the week, had they?
I think they may not have they slipped up to Everton yet? I don't know. There's that game, isn't it?
No, I don't think they had them.
Yeah.
I think Arsenal had played, but they hadn't.
They hadn't, right? So it was all the Adios Spania guy could have got you with the bottle.
With the bottle.
But no,
I saw him come out. He's already come out today. A lot's happened. Yeah,
life comes at you fast.
mini press conference in his bedroom or something, like with some t-shirts randomly hung up on his blinds behind him, being like, "Gabriel and SA, I've taken a lot of stick now. You guys need to take it."
I don't know whether you can. Listen, I'm not an Arsenal fan, but you won the league. Ultimately, you won the league.
Yeah.
He was in the stands giving you guys grief, and you beat him. And fair enough, you did lose yesterday, but I don't think he's really in a position to go, "Oh well, Arsenal, you got to take it out." You didn't call him out; he called you out, and then basically they end up with egg on his face.
I don't think it's going to be the kind of thing they're going to be listening to, going out their way to watch that mini press conference.
Bring the bottle man on here.
Let's get him on.
Justice for I don't know, justice for who, but justice for someone. Get a bottle man on.
The one thing that has happened since, obviously, so we made.
Can I just say the reason why there has been a week and a bit? We probably should address that. So as you know, Ricky's been on paternity leave, if you want to call it that. So we've subsequently, myself and Carlos, recorded another pod in between that and this. That's how much his time has gone. But Ricky's been off on paternity leave, and we were midway through doing our episode, which we're going to continue now on adverts, and then the baby started crying. And because Rick is a good dad, he down tools and went off to tend to things way more important than the pod.
I should say that we didn't. It's not that she's cried for over a week continuously. I've just put her down. She cried and really went for it that night. But thanks for everyone understanding with Travis and Carlos, and did a great job with the episode 13. But this is why we've come back to finish. We even made an effort, both of us, consciously and unconsciously on my part, we've even wore the same shirts to make it look like,
to give the illusion that we were still
the
here.
Illusion. The bags under my eyes and the less hair and more grey hair in the beard is probably a telltale on my end. Talking about the things that did happen in between or didn't happen in terms of where we were in the Premiership or things like that. Carousel played a friendly yesterday.
Oh, I saw that. They no, they lost 4-1 to Scotland.
4-1, 1-0 up.
Oh, no way. That's
Yeah.
completely made me rethink my prediction competition, by the way. I'm not going to give any spoilers away, but I thought they were there. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still think they will get potentially battered by someone in their... and when I say bad, I mean like proper bad, like breaking records, potentially bad, like their first game against Germany. But yeah, like you say, they played, and I was like, oh god, at least now everyone's going to think you're half decent.
I actually thought, this might be all right. Again, playing Scotland on a friendly, this will be an interesting one to see how the score goes. And then when they went 1-0 up, I saw it on the thing. I was like, oh, get in, and then yeah.
Going to do another Costa Rica.
It's the kind of thing where I think if it was a no-win for Scotland, really, was it really?
Yeah, exactly. Unless you beat them like 15-0, then like everyone's going to go like, oh well. Even if Scotland beat them like 5-0, everyone's going to be like, well, use Curaçao. You're going to beat Curaçao 5-0. And if you concede, which they did, and you go goal down, then everyone's like, "Oh God, are you any good?" And if you didn't, like, you know, if you don't batter them, or if they drew or anything like that, like I think it's a bit of a and I know it's that classic practice. I don't know if I mentioned it before of people do this all the time, and it was talked about on another pod that I listened to. Not going to give them a plug because we're not that famous yet, but people always set up friendlies against teams that are from the same region as the team in their group. Yeah. And I'm like, you know, just because you're playing Haiti, Scotland, it doesn't mean that Curaçao is going to be the same. Like, firstly, I think Haiti are a lot stronger than Curaçao. I think they are. And potentially, it's a completely different like part of the world. Like, you know, so like, yeah, they're in the same CONCACAF region, but it doesn't mean anything. It's like, it reminds me of us playing Jamaica at Old Trafford. And Peter Crouch doing the robot and that in preparation for Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah, everyone does it.
I think I was at that Jamaica game. That was mental.
Silly, man.
Yeah, it's South American teams all the time, and it's like you forget, one, how big South America is and how they're all totally different regions. They all play totally different football. Yeah. Because they're different countries. Like, but we're going to do it. England's first one's against New Zealand, isn't it? In a few days' time.
Is that a replacement for? So we've got Panama, Ghana, and Croatia. I don't know. That's not for anyone, is it?
No.
Who are our other two? Who are our other two friendlies?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I was looking at it today.
Other friendly. I saw Germany were 4-0 up against Finland when I last looked. And there's been quite a few. Again, not wanting to give away any shouts for my prediction competition because I'd like to win some money, but just as a little tip, I saw Ecuador won last night. Ecuador are my tips for doing quite well in this World Cup that people haven't noticed. They're a decent team. If you did watch the episode with Carlos and I, we talked about how they conceded less goals than everybody else in the qualifiers. I think they lost less games as well. They got that Pacho, Cape, all of those guys play for Ecuador. And obviously the man, Ener Valencia up front. They're going to be decent. They're going to be a lot better than everyone thinks they're going to be. And they've got a straightforward group in it. They've got Curaçao and Ivory Coast. And it was not necessarily straightforward, but, you know, winnable.
Well, the interesting thing is that if they get through either first or second, they could trip someone up in the next round as well and find themselves going far. Like that's the thing.
In a 16 game or even a quarter final. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
which would be amazing for them.
So England,
New Zealand.
Got New Zealand on Saturday, and then Costa Rica.
There you go. Panama. Substitute.
It's ridiculous.
That's it. Panama substitute. They always do it.
We must be are we a substitute for one of New Zealand's teams rather than...
New Zealand are in with Belgium. By the way, also I've absolutely memorised the whole World Cup because I'm a weirdo. The New Zealand are in with Belgium, Egypt, don't say it. Belgium. Because Belgium have got Belgium's group. I looked at it and I was like, they've paid someone. They've got Belgium, Egypt, and Iran. How can Belgium have such a group that they've just literally played no one?
That is a ridiculous group. They've just got an easy group. Mind you, Belgium, they're a funny team, and they make it always hard work done for themselves. That's the thing.
If they make that hard work, go home. Don't bother playing the round of 32 game. If you can't come through that group with 3 wins out of 3, then don't bother playing that round. I mean, no disrespect to, I reckon Iran might be the second place there, or maybe Egypt. But like, nah, come on, they've got to fly through that group in my mind. You can't. Yeah.
So, obviously, the first part of this pod, we concentrate on some of our favourite things about the World Cup, which is World Cup adverts. We reflected on some of the ones that are favoured from ones that we just remember and we had memories about.
We got up to like the mid-noughties, didn't we?
Yes,
We were doing
mid-noughties.
like, I mean, I've got another because I think we were alternating, and you'd done one, and I'd done one, and you'd done one, and that there was
Yep.
was the Carlsberg one yours, I think.
Carlsberg
potentially?
one was mine. It
Right.
was your one next, I think.
Right, I've got another one for you, and this is where it would have been really cool if my mate had come back to me on that thing. I'm gonna try and find it. So bad radio. Gonna try and find an advert here now. So it's
Is it the Nike one?
Yeah, the winner stays on. Winner stays on. Is it winner stays on? Yeah.
Yeah, when it
Love
stays
that
on.
advert.
With 2014, yeah?
With everyone, basically. And it's got like it's in the preview, it's like Ronaldo when he's in like
Yes,
a park against the kid. It's a great advert. It's like, do you know my favourite bit of it is
yeah. When they morph,
is,
in it, as they say who they want to be.
Sorry?
They morph into the player they say, don't they?
Yeah, that's right. They say the player, they morph
That's
into
it.
the player. My favourite bit of it is there's two. There's when the guy goes Iniesta and he says Iniesta and he turns into like a postman or something. I don't even know whether that means postman in Spanish, but I love that. And then the other one is when Pirlo gets smashed in the face with a free kick, and is it Kobe? Him and Kobe are in the stands, and they look at each other, and he's like, "Oh, I'd hate to be that dude." It's just fun, and that's stupid, and that's really stupid, funny stuff. But I think it's quite funny, even if it's really corny. It's quite a funny riff in the advert.
Actually, just Googling, I was Googling postman in Spanish to see if it was, but it wasn't. I thought that would have been hilarious if they had managed to do that.
The only thing I don't like about the advert is the fact that Ibrahimovic has to play in a PSG top because obviously PSG are Nike, whereas Sweden aren't. Sweden are Adidas,
Yeah,
which is why he doesn't wear that. And then the fact that Higuain is just in a random... Higuain and Hazard are just in like random coloured kits. So Higuain's just in a sky blue kit, which I'm assuming is supposed to represent Napoli. But they're like, back then they'd be like Lotto, or no, not even Lotto. What would it have been? Kappa? Don't even know what Napoli would have been then. I had a Napoli top from 2010. This is about 2014, I think.
Yeah, this is
But
2014, this one.
And Hazard would have been in Hazard in a random Belgian random red kit, but that's annoying. Oh, and when they both go, David Luiz, and it's like, you don't look like David Luiz. Love it. I love it. Silly jokes. Still watching the thing. Watch this guy turn from into Hulk and Tim Howard. And Pirlo in a Juve kit as well.
Oh,
Annoyingly. The thing as well, like the whole American thing of like, and there's the two guys in the bar that are like turned into like boxers that start having a row over it as well.
is it?
Penalty, dive. No, that's not in the bar. This is stewards. That's it. They turn into these boxers. And Ronaldo goes to take the penalty. And then a boy comes in and he's like, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
No idea who the boxers are in it. Little dinked. Panenka penalty. Guys at home, don't Panenka. Brentford found out, right? Would have been in the FA Cup quarter-final had they not Panenka'd.
Ridiculous.
Against us.
Some balls. I mean, it takes some balls to take a penalty, but to do that.
Do you remember the Zidane Panenka in that World Cup final against Italy, right? Not only does it take some balls to Panenka in that situation, but I love about it. And obviously he did score, right? But it's the fact that he hits the bar and it looks like he's not going in, but Zidane's so Zidane that he's just like, nah, come on, we've scored. Come on, let's go back to the centre circle. And if you watch it, everyone's like, oh, did it go in? And he's like, I don't care. I'm not talking about it. Come on, let's go. Which is that is balls exponentially. So I'm not sure I'd ever want a Panenka or anything.
Hit and the expectation of it's going in. Let's carry on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like my penalties are always. My boy will tell you. I tell him I hit that Harry Kane penalty where you hit it across your body in that corner. The one that he missed against France in that quarter-final. Basically, he does it all the time.
I hate taking them. I never liked taking them. I've always admittedly say I'd rather not because I find it harder to just score. Basically, I think it's the worst thing.
Mate,
I hate it.
Make no mistake. I'm not saying I'm a great penalty taker. as you know, I play goal, so I'm not a great penalty taker. But if I were, that's the way I take penalties. And
I think I was always told low and hard, and I will try and do that most of the time. I think as I've got older, I've gone for more power over placement.
I was going to say, not placement. I don't think I can place a penalty well enough, unfortunately. Spank it in the corner.
I can't anymore, not especially on the pitches we play on. Jesus, I think.
We don't play. I know exactly. Not good enough to play on nice surfaces, are we?
And the last time I think I don't know if it was a game we both played in, when we played at Charlton's ground, and
Charlton Athletic,
we did penalties at the end, and obviously we were using Premiership balls. It might not be
League One actually, League One balls, mate, or League One balls. League One balls. I've still got one in my under my stairs. Don't come for me.
Try and tell people that they fly differently, and they really do fly differently.
I can't remember the penalty shootout at all.
We do. I think we just did it. We did a round. I think it was a year when so our friend Nigel, when he done his hamstring. I don't know if you were there that year. He's late. Within 10 minutes of
it bruised up. I remember the bruising. I remember the bruising on the hamstring.
Yeah. We did penalties at the end of the game. We just did we all took one each sort of thing. And I
don't think I was there. I don't think I was there for that one. I played a year where there was a boy from like Fulham Academy or something like that playing, and he's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous, like a 16-year-old or whatever, and he was like just absolutely tore everyone apart.
Oh no, I wasn't there that year, no.
Yeah, because I think the year, do you know why? The year you're talking about was the year you got married, the 2018 World Cup year, because I couldn't go because I was expecting the kids and couldn't go that week. Yeah, exactly. It was literally that weekend. And then you would have got married the week after, which is why you probably
it would have been actually. Yeah, you're right, actually,
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
everything was linked back to the World Cup. Not to my kids, to the World Cup.
Do you know what? Today I got an invitation for somewhere for the 11th of July, and it's the second invite I've had for the 11th of July. And I've instantly gone, it's a quarter-final day, it's the quarter-final where if England win their group, it's the one they're likely to get to. So I was like... Both invites are 2-hour drives away, and I'm like, it's great to be somewhere in the day and do that, but I'm not having the stress of getting back for an 8 o'clock.
Yeah. Mate, I've had so many invites. I was just moaning to my wife earlier on today, actually. I've been invited to so many things in the next few weeks. We're going away to... Noah won a football tournament, and we've got to go to St George's Park. And it makes it sound like a chore, but it's like the prize is going to St George's Park to play in this national. So you won this national football tournament, and then you play all the other people that win in their like regions or whatever. And it's just quite a big deal. He met like Jermaine Defoe and Sue Smith. He got like literally like it's a really big deal. But I'm like 7th of June. I think it's not Brazil. Who's playing? I can't remember. Someone is playing, and I've worked out who's playing. And I'm like, I'm going to have to watch this game in a hotel room or something like that with Jesse and Noah, or my phone or something like that, because I'm definitely watching it. And then I've got to go. Potentially got to go to a work thing on the 24th of June as well, which is the middle of the week. And it's the day Scotland play Brazil. And it's a work thing in Scotland. I've got to potentially go up to Livingston, which is where one of our offices are, work up there. And one of the nights, everyone's like, oh, we can have the night out. And I'm like, or we could go home and watch the football. And there's that. And there's just a few other things. I'm just like, people could stop inviting me to, I don't want to do things.
See, that'd be good if Scotland are playing. You're out in a Scottish pub watching the Scotland game.
Do you know why? I always moan? No one ever watches it like I do. They don't enjoy it on the same. No one's a geek like I am. Like so no one watches it. Do you know what I mean? You'll be there, and then someone will love you trying to talk to you, or like being like, "Oh, you're not really trying to watch Curacao against Ecuador," and I'll be like, "Yeah, I am. Leave me alone."
I was having this conversation yesterday because I very rarely go out to the pub to watch football, to watch Arsenal, especially that exact reason, because I like watching the game. And don't talk to me. And in that sense, even before it started, even before kickoff yesterday, so Killers were opening the thing, and we're watching it on screen, and this random football fan who's probably found an Arsenal shirt somewhere, and he's come in and he's gone, it's an omen, you know. They've even picked a British band to open up for the Champions League. And I turned around and I was like, oh, they're from America, mate. And he was like, oh, well, they speak English. And I was like,
so it's most of the planet, mate.
I'm going to stand somewhere else. See, 27th of June, you got, to be fair, you got some good games. You got Panama, England, Croatia, Ghana. Oh, that'd be a good game. Algeria, Austria.
I don't want to be
Georgia and Argentina, Colombia. Colombia, Portugal, that's a great game. And Dr. Congo as well.
They're the last group matches, aren't they? They're the ones that are side by side. There's been 2 games. Yeah. I can't even watch 2 games at the same time in a hotel room. How am I going to be able to?
That's a tough one. I remember last Euros, I had to travel for work to Holland, and it was the day of Holland's first game and England's first game in the Euros, and they were playing one after the other. Is it their first game or second game?
It's a Friday. Was it a Friday?
It was a Sunday.
Sunday. Yes.
And I was in Holland, so I got to watch Holland's game in a pub in Holland, which was amazing. and then
Serbia.
we went on to
We
England
played
afterwards.
Serbia. We played
Might have been.
Serbia.
Is it a
And
1-0
the
win? I
Netherlands
think?
played against, not Austria.
Was it
They played
Belgium?
France. We won 1-0. Was it Jude Bellingham? Who scored? Someone scored.
Yeah.
We won 1-0. Wasn't Bellingham. Was it Bellingham? Bellingham was brilliant. I remember Bellingham being really good. I don't know if he scored. It might have been Kane. And we won 1-0. And then we drew the next 1-1 with Denmark. And then we won the next one against... No, we drew 0 against
Drew 0-0,
Slovenia.
didn't we?
Yeah, drew with Slovenia. Then beat Slovakia, obviously late in that game. Then Switzerland,
Yeah.
Netherlands, final. Yeah, that's what I hate. I hate all that. And it's always like, oh, you've got to travel at this point and you've got to do this. And you might be on a bus while the game... I don't want to be on a bus while the game starts. I want to be in my room and know where I am. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to...
I want to know the Wi-Fi. I want to be settled. I don't want to be rushing.
I don't want to have to know figuring out a TV or something. Well, yeah, exactly. I want to know what the Wi-Fi's doing. Like, last minute. Do you want to tell you about the time? The best one for me was... years ago, taking it right back. France 98, Bulgaria against Paraguay. Ended up 0-0, and I was at school. I mean, I'm at school. And we basically have a day, and it just so happens I've got a history lesson, and basically all of my history class, barring one of my mates who's a good mate of mine at the time, and another one of my mates actually quite a good mate of mine as well. But we're in different like friendship groups and stuff. Just us three are the only people who are not on this field trip. And everyone else has gone off on a geography field trip. Now, you're in sixth form. I never bunked off school properly in school because, like, I'm just not that person. And we decide, because in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, yeah, but I need to get home for Bulgaria against Paraguay here. And it kicks off at, like, 4 or something like that. And it wasn't even 4. It was like a 2 p.m. So I need to get home. I've got nothing else in the afternoon. And I'm like, no one's even going to be about. No one cares. And I managed to convince this girl with my mate that we should all bunk off, the 3 of us. There's only going to be 3 people left in the class. My female friend, she was, and the thing is, I was quite studious at school, but I was like one of these lovable rogue type people. I'm not just saying that, but I was the sort of person that would do something silly, but like, still be quite clever. She was like, no, I'm going to work really hard. So in the end, she went to the lesson and she was the only person who turned up for the lesson. And then she was like, I don't want to get you in trouble. So I'm just going to be like, I don't know where Travis is. So I'm sitting watching Paraguay against Bulgaria at home and my house phone goes. And it's 1998. The house phone goes. There's no, like, I think some people have got mobile phones, but not everyone's got one. And I'm sitting there and I answer it. And I remember like a woman's voice said, is that Travis? And I thought it was like a girl. So I'm like, yeah, it is. And then it's like my teacher from school.
Brilliant.
And she's like,
I thought, I'm in here.
Yeah, exactly. I thought, oh, some girl's got my number and she's phoning me up to be like, oh, she fancy coming out on Friday. Never happened to me when I was a kid. But like, maybe my fortunes have changed. And
are you on O2? Did she ask you that?
Well, yeah, obviously wouldn't have gone out because I would have had a group match of some sort on the Saturday anyway. But ended up being like a teacher who was like the head of the sixth form, and I had to make up this elaborate lie about having like a dodgy tummy and having to run home. And then because it was in sixth form, Mum just kind of like validated it with me. She didn't know I'd bunked off school, but I kind of went, when she came home, she was like working. I was like, oh, Mum, I had a really dodgy tummy today, so I had to like go home early. And the teacher called me and said they need a note off you. Because like, I was like 17 and doing A-levels, so I don't have to be there. So they couldn't like, do you know what I mean? If it wasn't like where it's like you're younger and you have to be there. Yeah. So they couldn't really do anything with that. But that's, that was quite a, I don't want to be in that situation. That's the pangs of anxiety come from thinking I'm going to be getting random phone calls again.
No, mate, we're the same. I remember the World Cup, was it World Cup when we went out to France?
You told me this one. Was that the last one?
Walking around Belgium when it was freezing cold, trying to find somewhere to watch it. And we had Mia, who was like just over 1 year old, and she's in a pram. We've got to get her down soon. It's like, do we make the decision to try and get her to sleep in the buggy whilst we're trying to watch the football in a bar in Belgium? It's packed of tourists and a lot of French people who probably might want to, or Belgian people who might want to see France do well or bad. It was just like walking around. In the end, we just went to the hotel because it was like, we know we can see it, we'll watch it. Even if the room's completely pitch black and Mia's asleep and we're trying not to wake her, we'll watch it there, And I just don't want that risk anymore, trying to find somewhere to watch it. I just want to relax and know it's done.
Yeah, it's so long. Yeah. And we've gone off on a massive tangent as we always do. What's your next advert that we that you've
My
got
next
for
one was
us?
it's consecutive actually because it was the 2018 one,
Oh,
and
go on.
it was the
What is that? I can't remember it.
It was a TV network one, I think, and it was the one where it was a bit longer, where they basically got all the countries involved and a representative from like basically the captains or leaders. So they were like looking at Ronaldo's trophy cabinet, and it had the World Cup missing, and then they made Messi like a superhero.
You're gonna have to
David
show me.
Beckham's in it.
What advert's this? Who's it? What's it? Is it? It's not. It's obviously not Nike or Adidas because it's.
No, I
Messi
think
and
it was
Ronaldo.
like I think it was FIFA's one. Actually, weren't a bad one.
Sure, let's have a look. Never seen this before.
Remember this one? They had I think it's when Suarez comes on the screen. I think it's they cut to Evander Holyfield.
I like that. The Luis Suarez thing. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
I've never seen this advert before. This is amazing. It's very American. Don't get me wrong.
It is very
but
American,
I do
yeah.
like that. Amazing. That's really cool. How have I never seen that? How did you find that?
I just remember seeing it. I remember it being a big thing because remember David Beckham and maybe it was the BBC's, yeah. And I think David Beckham was in it and Deadpool was in it. It was a big thing about that.
Yeah.
And then I always remember the Evander Holyfield and Luis Suarez thing. That's hilarious.
Oh, man. I've never seen that ever. The World Cup geek has never seen that World Cup advert.
You've heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. You've heard
I know,
it here
right?
first.
Ricky's taught me
Found
something.
one.
Remember that when we went to Wembley, you told me about Japan's form, and you were absolutely right, weren't you? See,
Mate, yeah. They were on it. They're not conceding goals lightly, Japan. Jesus.
Yeah.
I remember that in my predictions, funny enough. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. You get people are getting a few tips here. You got Ecuador in there, you getting Japan won't concede lightly.
Ecuador, stick your house on it. It's going to happen. Don't
Interested to see how many if anyone tries to change it after this.
My next one is I actually really like this. I don't know how you feel about this, and I know lots of people are like modern stuff they probably don't like as much, right? The last World Cup, the Nike advert for the last World Cup, the weird science one. I thought that was quite a cool advert. Have you seen that where the woman's trying to put together like a team and she's like basically making like bots?
Remember this? Yeah, I remember this one. Yeah, this was quite cool. It had R9 in it.
Yeah, it's got everyone, and she tries to clone it. She clones R9 or something. I can't remember the premise now. Oh, I'm going to watch it now. But it's like a lady in a lab.
Yeah.
That's it. They're in Geneva, Switzerland. Yes, amazing. Obviously, we're going to have to cut all of this, but we're going to sit in silence and watch this with our mouths open. Again, don't like the fact that Ronaldinho's in a Barcelona kit. Put him in a Brazil kit, man. It's World Cup.
Actually, you know what? It's because they've got R9 in there, then they had to separate them.
Oh, okay. Trying to flog more kits. You guys have got a shiver in Tokyo 2002. Ronaldo. Hope Solo. Is that Hope Solo? No. Not Hope Solo. She's a goalie. Who's her name again? Who's the lady, the American woman? She went to Spurs. I don't remember her name. Coach Taylor was a keeper. Is that Steph Owen? Love it. Love it. Davids. Is that Skulls? Who is that? The Australian lady? I can't remember her name now, but yeah, love it.
I love the ending of that
Oh
one.
my God, amazing. The Lamine Yamal. If you go forward in time. Well, he's Adidas, isn't he? He's Adidas. He can't be on this anymore. Nice. I'm at the end of it. That was decent.
Yeah, that was a quality.
It's going to kill me. Who was that American lady? What's her name? Oh my God, the one that done the tea drinking. It wasn't because Rapinoe. It wasn't Rapinoe because obviously I know what Megan Rapinoe looks like.
Yeah.
She went to Spurs. She left after the World Cup.
Her name.
Morgan. Isn't Alex Morgan? It's Morgan. Alex Morgan. It was Alex Morgan. I knew it. I was like, what do I know? What do I know? I couldn't. She went to Spurs, and she's not there now. But yeah, and because we played them in the 2019 World Cup, and then they beat us.
Women.
And they got to the final because I went to the final when they beat the Netherlands. And she's really good, Alex Morgan.
I think that's one of the first ones that have actually made a point of putting the women in with the men as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Put them in as well. And that Australian lady, I can't remember her name, but she's like really famous as well.
There's a few in that one. I like that advert. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, decent advert. The main event is obviously this year's Adidas one, which is really good.
It's just come up now on my thing.
But did you have one before this year's Adidas one? That's the question.
No, the only other one I had, they released one for their shirts, didn't they? For all the Adidas shirts they released.
Mm-hmm.
But, no, this one I didn't have any more before this one because this one it's quality, to be fair. There's some big hitters in there, not just even players as well. I think to get Timothy Chalamet on was really cool. He's controlling it as well.
Yeah, it's really good. Love it. Love this.
Backcard legends. I suppose if you are going to do a good advert or you are going to do a good hype thing for a World Cup, being in the US is probably a good idea, right? Because they
true,
do humour and adverts and entertainments quite well.
Yeah, and they're going to spend the money on it and make it big.
Yeah.
Like everyone will participate.
Of course. And they want it to be a success, right? Everyone wants it to be a success.
Yeah.
And who gets in again with Bellingham and you know what I mean?
It was a girl, wasn't it?
Is it?
He gets a girl.
Yes, because they turn up at the girl's house and then they talk about being. Yeah, that's right. Yes, I mean they're doing the whole weird science thing where they take him back like people from blonde Beckham versus Zidane. Yeah,
I love it. Messi's on the side as well the whole time.
Yeah, just watching on. Love how they have Beckham miss.
Yeah.
Oh, that put the ball from 2002 as well. I've still got this weird science song playing through my head, even though watching this one now.
This year's World Cup ball has to be charged.
Yes, it's got like yeah, that's right. I can't remember why, but it's got like
some sort of tracking because of the amount it's tracking data in it the whole time.
It's got data and stuff, yeah, and you can tell every time it's been touched and all the other stuff as well. Yeah, that's right. You charge it up, and footballs are bloody expensive anyway, like proper footballs.
Oh, yeah.
On the subject of League One balls that we steal from Charlton Athletic, but that ball, I mean, that's just a mitre ball. Oh, mate, do you know what? I tell you what, when on this advert, there's another. Have you seen the F50 versus Predator advert that Adidas are doing? It's like a series they do.
Yeah.
And they've got Zidane. Everyone's like phoning back to the Zidane to be like, I think Zidane's trying to sell Preds maybe, and he's like, and then like you've got Pogba. It's like Pogba against Dembele.
He's trying to push them, isn't he? He's like,
Yeah.
No, that's a really cool advert actually. When they were
they're doing like telesales,
trying to sell these boxes.
Yeah, really cool.
Yeah, no, I had to. I think I got a pair of those new Preds. Was it last when they first come back out a year or two ago? I had to get them. They're quite cool.
They weren't white, were they? Again?
No, they weren't white. No, they're black. They are black. Yeah.
Good. Never plays in white Preds at the moment. Actually, I say he plays. I see this all the time. They are white. They're white with gold. Actually, they've got little bits of gold in them. There are the all white coppers that his mate's got.
Oh yeah.
I don't think Predators do. Do Predator do like an all white? Oh, I don't think they do like complete all white. But yeah.
Don't know if they do anymore. They used to do white and gold as well before.
Yeah, he's got the white ones with the gold things on them.
Yeah, I pure
doing loads of advertising for Adidas at the moment. Brilliant, guys. If you fancy hitting us up with some sponsorship, we can happily do that for you.
Is that the Nike kit, that one? No, that's the Adidas French kit. I can't see it from it, yeah. Both got Adidas on today.
Oh, no. France have been Adidas forever and a day, I think. I don't think they've ever been Nike. Are they Nike now? They're Nike now, aren't they?
Nike now, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, they were Nike. I think they went Nike. This is I'm going to be weird. Right, they went Nike in 2012, I think. I think they were Adidas up to 2010. And they went Nike in 2012 for the European Championship. When we drew 0-0 with them, and Benzema was playing in a group match, first group match. They came second in the group. We came top of the group. I know.
You are right. In the Euros, they had in 2010 Euros. It was their last Adidas kit.
You mean the World Cup?
2012
yeah.
Was their Nike. The Nike was the first. 2012 World Cup was their first Nike.
There are levels to my weirdness. Trust me. Like I can do this. I could literally do this all day. No, honestly, there are things that I know about football or that I remember about football that people are just like, you don't even need to know that will be in my head, and I will never ever have to use that again on any other forum.
That's not even a good quiz question. That will never come up.
No, exactly. Who's ever going to ask you? Who's ever going to go to you? When did France switch from Adidas to Nike?
And this year's tiebreaker is when did France change their kit maker?
I just remember. Do you know why? Because obviously, and I also almost mistakenly thought they were Adidas now, but I remember the reason why is because I can remember the 2010 with the big fallout on the coach. I watched a documentary on Netflix about that the other day.
Oh yeah,
the big fallout on the coach.
I want to watch that.
Yeah, worth watching. It's all in French, obviously, because they're France. But there's no translation for it. You've got obviously read the subtitles and that. But it had me for an hour. But obviously all of that, and they're in the Adidas training kit. I can remember being in the Adidas training kit, and then I can remember them playing England in that all. Did they play in all blue against us in the first game. Like I said, I remember it. Because they go from, that's when they become France that we know now. It's like the new generation that come through, and not even the new generation, because obviously the generation now are younger and wouldn't have been around in 2012. But like they go into that phase of like Hugo Lloris in goal. I mean, I think it was in 2010. He was definitely in 2010, but he's not established like he is in 2012. And I think he's the captain in 2012. And then they've got Benzema, and they're coming up, and then they obviously morph into the France that we kind of know, sort of around about 2014-16, when they have obviously Pogba comes in 2014, has a great World Cup.
It's quite mixed, wasn't it?
Griezmann,
people at ends of their careers when they're still like with Samuel,
exactly. It's like a
like
transition.
That,
yeah, they're going from like. So I think in 2012. I don't think you get like. So obviously, 2010 you have Henry goes to the 2010 World Cup, but don't play. He's like, I think he's on consultant. And in 2012, I know, that's it. Samir Nasri goes to 2012. He's at the end of his career. But I don't think he goes full in. And like Giroud goes to 2014. Because that's what I mean. It's like the new France. It's like Giroud.
Giroud's there in
Benzema.
2012.
Is he in 2012?
Yeah, Payet was there in 2012.
No way. Dimitri Payet is there in 2012. Didn't know that.
Yeah, Gamero, Remy, Benzema,
Kevin
Giroud
Gamero
were the forwards.
No way. Loic Remy, yeah.
Johan Cabaye.
It's for Newcastle and Palace.
Nasri, Sissoko, Menez. Your defenders was a mixed bag. You had
Sacco? Have they got Sacco from Liverpool? The one that went to Liverpool and then...
Sagna Bakary.
Sagna from you lot?
Yeah. He must have even left City by then. He's probably in the States at that time, wasn't he?
Don't know.
Philippe Koscielny.
Koscielny, of course.
Patrice Evra. He must have been getting on then.
That's what I mean. The end of those guys there. Evra and out of retiring. And then you've got
Yeah, Hugo Lloris as captain. And then,
I remember, I can remember that side. And then they get rid of all those guys. And then the new ones that come in are like, in 2014, you have the crew where you're like, they're actually quite good. And they win their first game in 2014 that they've won at a World Cup without Platini or Zidane since 1958 in 2014.
God, Evra went to 2014 as well.
Pardon?
Evra went to 2014 as well.
Did he? I suppose he's probably, 31?
Yeah,
at that point?
yeah.
He's not 1983, I think, Evra. So he's like 31, so he's not that old.
Then Pogba starts coming into the squad more.
Pogba comes in, Pogba's brilliant.
Griezmann
wins Young Player of the Tournament in 2014.
Yeah.
And does Griezmann go in 2014? He doesn't go in 2014.
He goes in 2014, he goes in 2014.
Doesn't play, though. Can't play much if he does at all.
Sissoko, Matuidi, Valbuena.
Plays Matuidi, yeah. I do remember that. And they get knocked out by Germany in the quarterfinals. I can't remember what game they win in the round of 16, who they beat. So they were in a group with Honduras, Ecuador, and Switzerland, I want to say. And then they would have played, right, okay, so they would have played the team that came second in Argentina's group, which would have been either Bosnia, Iran, or Nigeria. They played Nigeria, and they beat Nigeria in a round of 16. That was it. And then they played Germany in the quarterfinals.
Morgan Schneiderlin.
Morgan Schneiderlin from Southampton.
Yeah.
God, it's a real mixed bag, isn't it? I think he plays in 2016 as well. Morgan Schneiderlin.
Varane goes for the first time as well. They did go through a little period, didn't they? You forget, actually. The kind of the players that they had in there as well.
Transition.
Like
it happens everyone. Yeah. It happens everyone, mate. Around then, England are terrible. If you look at some of the players we have. No disrespect, but we went to, I think 2014, Ricky Lambert goes to 2014. And Adam Lallana. And in 2016, you have Jamie Vardy at Euro 2016.
Lallana was a starter as well, wasn't he?
I know he's flying at that point because he's like, bagging him in for Leicester. I can't have that Jamie Vardy was ever going to win a major international tournament for anyone. And Iceland proved that.
Fabian Delph, Danny Welbeck.
Fabian? Jesus Christ.
Is that that year he signed for City? Or was that...
When is it Villa? And he went to City. Jesus Christ. Fabian Delph. There's a quiz question. There's a website you can go on. I can't remember what it was now. It's like Ob9 footy games or something like that. And it has like Football Pointless, where you can choose like a name of like a thing. And it's like, we asked 100 people to name this. And think Fabian Delph has got to be a pointless answer for like a World Cup squad or something like that.
Ryan Bertrand.
Fabian Delph. Jesus. That's something you just random people. I remember there was talk of Mark Noble going in 2016.
I remember it being quite a big thing that he didn't go.
Yeah, because we had a good season. We almost got Champions League that year.
John Joe Shelby.
John, this is why. See, Iceland would have been like, who are these guys? Of course we're going to win.
Nathaniel Klein, Danny Rose.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So mate, you see like that, and listen, I know, like at the time these were better players, but like I'm sorry, with hindsight, you look at those guys and you're like, well, yeah, of course we didn't win.
Especially when you look at the ages of all these people as well. At the time, they were all young. Like they weren't like they might have had like played well in that one. It's where they're also a bit of an unknown. They've got that confidence. You put them in the World Cup, and it's like Euros. Andros Townsend. Yeah. Nathaniel Klein, Andros Townsend, Ryan Mason.
Britt Dyer was there.
Yeah,
remember he scored against
Dele Alli.
Yeah,
Phil Jones. Yeah, that's a strange squad. When Joe Hart? Did you see that? Did you see Pep Guardiola's only regret during his time at City was not giving Joe Hart a fair chance?
I saw that come out the other day.
Yeah, it was interesting hearing him talk through it as well, like as to what he's done with other players, and Harry just didn't do it with Joe. And you can understand why then, but it was like it was an odd thing. It's like.
Yeah,
it was also one of those things, he knows he can say, and everyone would just be like, "Oh yeah," because
exactly.
What happened afterwards? Yeah, Joe Hart's not exactly gone on to like things afterwards. So,
but Claudio Bravo was rubbish though for them. Remember that when he got Bravo, and Bravo just every time someone shot, it went in. And I'll defend the goalkeeper because I'm a firm believer of like it's not just a case of like you shoot and the guy goes in, that means the guy is rubbish. But Claudio Bravo did suffer like a complete crisis of confidence at City, didn't he?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
that was the one. It was the one thing. Even if with City's defense was kind of all right, you were like you always knew you could get a goal.
You can hit one
then, definitely. So we've managed to fill out a lot of time there for finishing off. We went on a lot of rants as per, to be fair. So it'll end up being a bit of a booster episode for people. There you go. We made episode 12 stick out to episode 12 and 14.
Finally got there.
It's been amazing. Oh, thanks. And thank you for the patience.
Been a good trip down memory lane. Obviously, I don't have to thank me for being patient at all, mate. Like, obviously we can't do it without you, firstly, and we're a partnership like Riggs and Mercer.
Getting too old for this shit.
But no, it's always a pleasure to do the pod with you, mate. Like, and you've definitely been missed. So like we've got to try and get you on. I know Carlos and I were talking about doing one on World Cup squads. There's been lots of squad announcements. Oh, by the way, on the squad announcement thing, and we don't want to. I don't want to tread toes on other pods that we're going to do potentially in if we get a chance to do so beforehand. Was probably the only person who was a little bit underwhelmed by our squad announcement this year. I didn't think it was as good as the one before. I still loved it. And it wasn't nothing to do with the fact that some random players got picked up. Then everyone was like, "Where's Foden?" But like, Foden hasn't played much, so I can understand why Foden didn't go. But I thought it was I don't know. I wasn't feeling it. It was alright. It wasn't bad. But like, I loved the one before. I remember literally just getting like goosebumps watching the one before.
We hit it out of the park the one before, and I think that's the problem in it as well. And I think it's hard to do that again, I guess. But yeah, and it's
we could be on the verge of losing our squad announcement championship. Like,
maybe there were some good ones. Senegal's was amazing. Senegal's was the kind of thing where you'd get goosebumps watching. That was like
exactly, man.
That's really cool. Yeah, if you haven't seen Senegal's World Cup squad announcement,
definitely give it a watch.
That's a great one. That we stumbled upon that one as well because that one didn't get as much coverage as it should have actually. And there was that one. And there were some others that were better. France's weren't bad.
Can't remember it, but yes, I think it was good. France's social media team, like obviously their Instagram account has been like I've been like putting stories up and that. They literally got a new video every day of the team, France.
I personally think that Scotland saw that we handed out a title to England in episode 1, and then they were like, right, there could be a World Cup title for us here.
They've upped their game. I've seen they've flown out to America today.
Yes, I saw the picture,
Yeah.
on cue, I've got tears in the background. That's amazing.
Well,
cool.
we're going to have to probably wrap it up there anyway. So
we'll wrap
thank
it
you,
up.
mate.
Ta, mate. Thanks all.
All right. Speak to everyone later.